Okay, this particular lab project, what we're going to do is lay down from a 66 block to a patch panel. So we're going to lay 6 Cat5 cables down each to the 66 block, just like you did in the 66 punch down. And then you're going to be given ports onto the patch panel that you need to lay them down. So what we're doing in this experiment basically is laying them down here and being able to follow the proper port on the patch panel. So again, we'll start by putting the cable in. What I want you to do is route the cable. I don't care if you go all the way up, someplace route the cable through the D-rings so that we can at least get them up out of the way. And then what you'll do is, like we normally do, is ring the cable. Take off the string. So in this case, you'll probably somehow want to keep track of the cables if you do one side at a time, or you can do one cable here and lay it down on the patch panel, whichever way you decide. Again, we're going to be doing the 66 block just like we did the jacket, about where we normally have it on the 66 block, and we'll get around to that here in a second. And we'll just lay down, again, our blue, white pair. Again, we're going to be running the Cat5 cables, so we want the twist rate to be as far in as possible. So again, we're going to start in the first slot, then we'll skip a slot and put in the orange and orange-white cable or pair and lay those in. Green and green-white, we'll skip a slot again. Lay those in. And then the last one, brown and brown-white. Again, taking the punch down tool, putting in the 66 bit, and don't forget, depending on how you put them in there, like I did, just split them and laid them in there. You have to turn your punch down tool around on every punch so that you cut it the proper way. Okay. Once we have those put in there, then we'll come over to the other side on the patch panel. You'll be given a particular port. What we'll do is just, again, strip back the cable. Trim off the excess string. Again, we'll switch to the 110 punch down tool. And we'll be given a port. So example, let's say it was port number 6, so we'd actually bring it in. You can use the colors that are on here, which sets it up in a 568B, but that's okay, just follow the colors that are on the patch panel. And again, we're looking for the amount of cable that's untwisted, just like we did on the patch panels when we did that. So again, we want to lay down. Typically, again, like I said, I kind of start in the middle on the shorter ones, get the cable centered. My orange-white. My green-white pair. White. Again, blue, orange, green, brown. Notice the white is always first. Again, take the tool. Okay. And then again, just like we did on the patch panel, we should be coming out like that. Okay, so let's take a look at one that's completely finished. Okay, here's one that's completely finished. As you can see, all 6 of the cables laid down. Again, we're looking for obviously the color code being correct, how far we've untwisted the pairs, and then whether or not the jacket is exactly like we did on the 66 block, somewhere in this area right here. Okay, cables, I'm not so concerned about the length of these cables hanging down here, because we need a little bit of cable when we open up the patch panel. Okay, again, you'll be given ports on the patch panel, and again, we'll be looking at the twist rates and the proper color laid down in the spot. So each pair is in its proper spot, and make sure that they're not untwisted more than a ½ inch. And then the other thing I'll be looking for, example, my cable number 1 right here, this is cable number 1. I'll be checking because I'll be giving you, this should go to port number 7. So I'll be giving you a port number, and I'll be checking that cable number 1 actually does go to port number 7, and so on and so forth, whichever the ports are that are supposed to be to the corresponding cables.